mental health services or would like to make a referral, press 2. For medical record requests, press 3. For everything else, press 4. Hello, good evening. Thank you for calling your psychotherapy and counseling center. My name is Anita. How can I help you?
Hi. May I speak with Dania Geronimo?
Are you a client here?
Yes. She just called me. My phone doesn't ring.
Okay. Can I have your date of birth?
January 26, 1982.
26, 19,
82.
82. Okay. And your name?
Ilona.
Okay. Ramazona. What is your last name? I'm sorry.
Ramazanova.
Okay, good. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me see if I can get in contact with the therapist, okay?
You really wanna? What do you
Thank
wanna
you.
watch? You good stuff on your face though. You're gonna.
At NYPCC, we believe everyone deserves access to the best mental health care, and we translate this belief into action every day. NYPCC provides quality care 7 days a week with extended hours to make it easier for families to come after school or work. Same-day appointments are available so individuals can get the care they need when they need it. Our centers are conveniently located near... Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Ilona. It's Danya. How are you?
Hi. Um. Not great.
Mm-hmm. What's been going on?
Patrick is sick again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no, what does he have? What are his symptoms?
He's got boogers and now he's coughing.
So yeah,
Oh.
I have a flow of sickness, and every time I yawn, drink something, it hurted.
Okay.
Oh no, I hope you get better,
Okay,
Patrick.
buddy.
Yeah.
I know that stinks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The flow was the worst part of it.
I know, and he had boogers so bad that he's got like where the boogers were dripping, like right under his nose. It's really red. now.
And yeah, my nose.
It's not even from wiping. It's just you got food on your face. Yeah,
Oh no.
and it's
Yeah.
too often. It's not like fair. It's not fair. And you know, I worry about like worse things because this is just a cold. But if your immune system's down, I told you this before. Yeah. So aside from that, I went last week. I did get my welfare like recertified or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So and they wanted like a document from me or something. I didn't need it, turns out, but from my housing. So I said to myself, if I'm gonna go down there, let me ask them what's going on with my ERAP. And they said that they have me on a list, but I'm the only one whose application number they don't have. And I'm like, I could tell you my application number. And they just like didn't want to take it. They kept telling me there's some central office that it goes through or something like that. They just they're giving me the runaround, and I kind of know like I know they're trying to kick me out, but they're trying to make it look like they're not, because it's like not really valid reason that they could do this, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you. You said there's a like a social worker that works out of your office. Can I
Yeah,
get
you have-
on the phone with them?
Well, the way it works is I'll have to refer you, and then they'll give you a call. It's not like immediate, you know. So the way it works is I'll refer you, and then a week or two from now, usually, they'll.
But is it something
you know,
like binding, or I could like if they're not working for me, I could just drop them. They're not gonna keep calling me.
Yeah. Yeah, you could drop them. You could say, you know what, I don't want any more case management services. I'm fine. You could drop them. It's
What
not
kind
a
of management services is it?
problem. It's care coordinating services. So they assist you with like, you know, with housing or
Oh
like
no,
applying for
I
stuff.
think I heard of that. I don't think that's what I'm looking for though. I need like some sort of like legal rep or something like that. I think I have to call 311 to find out
No, we
how
don't
I could
have
talk to
that.
these people, because like I've literally, like, this is not a good place to live. Obviously, but I literally do not have anywhere else I could be with running water and a roof. You know, so whoever's like thinking that like any of this is okay, none of this is okay. Like, because I literally don't have anywhere to be. And it's just not fair. We've been homeless already, you know. I don't know, like, people outwardly sympathize with people, but then, like, they pull stunts, like, with me. Like, oh, these people shouldn't, oh, these poor people in the homeless shelters with their kids. But then the same people will go and pull some stunt. Like, I'm so sick of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's not easy to move in New York City, period, you know? Like, I have even
In moving, you're
myself tried-
suggesting that that's what I should be doing, is moving?
No, you said that it's not easy for you don't have anywhere else to go.
Exactly.
And I say I completely understand that, because moving in New York is not easy at all. It's so difficult, you know? So I'm aware that if you had other places to stay, that you would probably try to live there. I know your situation is a tough situation. You can't just up
Yeah,
and
like, especially
get out
with
of your
COVID. Like, especially with
Yeah.
COVID and stuff. Like, I mean, what the hell? Like, my kid's getting sick too much, and whatever, however carelessly Dimitri's behaving in his denial of what's going on. Like, I've told you this before. I don't want to repeat it because I don't know. Like, if you want to, like, I don't know what you want to do with what I tell you. It's really not like his fault either. Like he got sick or
Yeah.
whatever. It's really not his fault. He's not a very bright person. He's going to, like, because his legs don't even work. Like, my legs hurt too. I told this to people. And so he's going and he's exercising at like a physiotherapist's office or whatever. So, you know,
Okay.
and his immune system's down, so he's picked up a virus, I guess. And then he's walking around saying, "Oh, I'm not coughing, whatever." Same thing, like, I don't have diarrhea. I don't have flatulence. But, you know, like, whatever it is, like, you know, he's not getting himself sick on purpose. I'm pretty sure of that, you know.
Yeah.
Some people are just more capable of taking care of themselves, you know. But it's totally not fair, is what I'm trying to, like, convey right now. It's, like, not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not all right.
Mhm. No, I agree. I agree that it's
Girl,
unfair.
it's
I
good for you.
100% agree
Oh,
that.
you dinosaurs,
Huh?
yeah. Oh, Patrick's playing with his dinosaur. Like,
Oh.
he's got a plushie.
Yeah. It's definitely a tough situation. So the people in the office said that they don't have your, what is it that they don't have your something number?
My what
Your,
number?
you said that when you went to the office to check on, that they said that they didn't have your application number or your,
What did you just say though? I thought you said something else. Did you say something else? Then I don't have. They don't have. They didn't write down. They give you like an application number for your
uh-huh.
URAP application. I forgot what it stands for. And
Okay.
they wrote me a letter, an email saying this is your application number. And then they wrote me another letter saying you're approved, and you have to inform. Also in the email they say you have to inform. Like it's up to me to give this application number to the landlord. It says clearly, clear as daylight, says landlord. And I went there and I argued with them for like 10 minutes. Like, you're the landlord, I have to give it to you. You know, baby, don't fall, please be careful. And they just like don't want to take it there. Like there's a central unit or something that takes care of it. I don't know. Maybe I should just get these people on tape. I'm thinking how I'm gonna pull that because, you know, I don't even know, you know, because I have emails that I emailed them, but they're pulling tricks all the time. I don't know, like what, like,
Yeah, because we saw my pet dinosaur.
you know, it's not like I don't understand why they would even try it because it's pretty difficult to kick somebody out of housing. Like I knew people, but this was years ago. But today it's like the same thing. If you have like a NYCHA apartment, it's pretty difficult to kick you out, even if you are missing rent. You know, and they have other programs too. So I don't know if, like, what, like they're trying to like exhaust here, like, you know, like what are they trying to do? Like, is this like do or die for them? Like you must get out Ilona? I don't understand. I don't even know. I don't even know like who's all right to like talk to and who's just like pulling my leg, you know? So
Yeah. What?
because
Why would they try to get you out though? Like, is it because of everything that's been going on, or like, why would they try to get you out?
you tell me. I think I should live here. I think my neighbors shouldn't live here. I think I don't have a job and like I mean like if it wasn't like I'm hang on 1 second baby. Like if it wasn't for these antics, like I really feel like I'm like on top of this. Like people complain about like silly things like I don't have a job or whatever with COVID. Like they're not really worried about like their kids or whatever, or like, oh, why do I have to teach my son? You know, all these people take their kids to school or whatever. So like like I don't know, like, you know, like this makes me feel like I've just dealt with it like surviving, like literally, like just like because I want to hold on to my son for years, like feeling like insecure like this because people do feel stupid, like, you know, being on welfare and, you know, like it's not like, you know, because people think about like what about later on, like what could people say about me? They could say like, because I know like people that worked, like say something happens to them, they get social security. People that don't work, like just like you didn't work all the time and you have 3 kids, 2 of them are missing.
One is fine, so she wants the vending machine.
Oh my god, it is. That's really cute. And now there's just like this COVID, it's actually making me like worried because I feel like our immune systems are so like stressed
Yeah.
that, you know, like we're all vaccinated, but like people that are vaccinated have been catching it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I don't know, you know, it's just, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. It's just been like when is this nonsense gonna end? Like when like is life gonna feel like fair to me? Like when am I gonna get my justice?
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a tough. I don't understand why they would try to kick you out. I feel like the challenges that you have are challenges that probably other people in the building have. Like, you know, like
I'm laughing.
why? I mean, I misunderstanding something or.
I don't know what they're challenged with. They're like mentally challenged maybe. Like their IQ is like they're slow or something. They're mentally challenged. I don't think so. I don't sympathize with them, not one bit. I can imagine people sympathizing with them, and that scares me. Because these people like, well, you know, you could quote me on this. They steal stuff from me. They've done all sorts of nasty stuff that I don't even want to talk about with you, that I could talk about maybe later, but I don't feel like they're nice people. I don't talk to them basically. Like they say hello to me, they don't know what I think of them. Like I don't like them. They're not nice. I don't know what you're gonna jot down in your little book to make me seem more antisocial or whatnot, because I'm so sick of this. You know, I say hello to them, I really do. You know.
Yeah.
But they steal
I mean,
my packages and stuff. I don't feel like their challenges are my challenges at all. I think it's ridiculous that, you know what, you should have to say that. Why should you have to say that?
You not talking to people that are not good influences in your life is actually.
I do talk to people. I talk to my friends. I talk to outsiders. I don't talk to people that are directly involved with harassing me. I try not to.
Yeah, and I think
sometimes I
that's a
have
good thing.
to. Sometimes I have to.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can't make clear heads or tail of it, like, you know, whose agenda is, honestly. I'm sure this is all like up to like real authorities, like police and shit. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's good that you don't talk to people that don't have your best interest at heart, you know?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's what I'm saying. I have friends. Like,
Yeah.
I talk to my friends, like, all the time.
Yeah, and I think that that's good. Like, I don't talk to everybody in my building.
They
I
don't always have a
there's some
chance to come
sketchy
over
people.
and everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they totally are sketchy people. Like, when
Yeah.
it's even, like, basic, simple, like, civil things, like, I just don't talk to them. I don't tell them, like, oh, I hate you, I think you're retarded, or anything like that. Same way they don't officially do that to me, right? What are we gonna do? Talk through walls? You know what? God forbid anyone should admit that happens, that people talk through walls, right? That they don't talk through walls. I don't talk through walls either. Last conversation I had was, can you please lower your music? Me and my son are trying to study. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you because I pay rent here. Excuse me. And the woman on the right threw garbage at me. Like, come on. And she was last night. She was tapping on my wall. God knows why. It's like 12 o'clock at night. She's like, tap, tap, tap on my wall. I don't know what, like, you know, the act was, because they busted in her door. And, like, now there's, like, marks on her door or whatever. I feel like they're all, like it's, like, some crazy acts or whatever. Sometimes they pull Jerry Springers out in the hallway, whatever. I don't even care. What is gonna like change my mind about how I feel about them? I'm acting civilized. I don't do anything to them. I'm sure there's people I didn't meet in the building, but you know, I don't really care. I don't really care. There's people I didn't meet in the building.
Yeah. No, I understand. I get it, you know, because if they are negative influences and they don't have your best interest, then of course you shouldn't interact with them.
They totally have
There
their
are
own
people.
best interests in, like, I sit here wondering, like, what's up with my support, you know, like, what, you know, because they got each other's backs too, because I hear them partying in the hallway too. That's like official, right? That's something like that. If you question them, their persons, you know, with their identifications, they would say, yeah, we did do that. You know, I don't know what they think of me officially either, like, if you ask them right now, because I'm nice and I'm like civil as I can be, you know, so. And apparently,
Yeah.
like, they can't pull nothing like that because Jesus is watching. I don't know. I sound a little like nuts because it's really, I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of my son getting sick. It's all not really not fair, you know. It's really that simple.
Yeah, I see. I get it. No, I probably don't 100% get it, you know, because I'm not the one in that situation. So I can't say I 100% get it. But I do understand where you are coming from, you know. Yeah. It must be tough, especially that I'm guessing that you are probably a minority in your building, you know,
How do you
as
mean?
well. Well, I'm guessing as far as demographics is concerned as well, you know, there's a possibility, I don't know, but there's a possibility that you might be a minority when it comes to, like, demographics
What do you
in the
mean, like
building.
racially?
Yeah, yeah.
There's no
I mean, I don't,
there's the woman to my right is Puerto Rican and there's some Indians on like the third floor.
yeah.
So I
Oh,
think
okay, so
that's
it's like
typical for
yeah, for New York, it's very, like, okay.
yeah, I'm
So
not
it's more
like
like a,
yeah. I think this
okay.
neighborhood, just period, is not a good neighborhood because I keep reading on the news that there's like violence and stuff. But then I read, like yesterday, I read there was violence in Sheepshead Bay also. I think it's just Brooklyn, you know, and this is a poor
Yeah.
neighborhood, so a lot of the crime hits here because it's poorer. You know, like there was like a teenager that got stabbed in the store like this week. It was in my neighborhood, and then something else happened that was in my neighborhood. The crime rate is up, like in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, I
Yeah.
imagined this like a couple of years ago, and I was just walking around wondering, like, because I witnessed like people, maybe it didn't like escalate to the point where the cops were called, but people were being outwardly like aggressive towards each other and like all sorts of, you know, like people look stressed out. And
Yeah.
I was like, Brooklyn is just like that. And they were saying that the crime, like at least the violent crime rate was down. And I was just walking around thinking that's because people aren't reporting it. Because I witnessed, like myself, like violent crimes. Like my friend got beat up, Dimitri got beat up, and like I got beat up, and we just didn't report it because of the persons involved. We were just scared of them. And
Yeah.
I was just like,
Oh,
they're
wow.
hiding this statistic. And now, like, the news, I'm pretty sure, like, the news, they had, like, video footage and stuff like that. You know, I'm pretty sure they're just, like, more stressors now, even. But Brooklyn is, like, not becoming a good place to live either. You know, and my neighborhood's very, like, poor. Honestly, I didn't know how poor they were until I lived here for a while. Because I thought it was, you know, because there's like neighborhoods where there isn't much commerce, but people live there and the people live like well, like Red Hook and stuff like that. Like, you know, but I moved here and it's like half projects, but it looks quiet. And now I'm just like, I don't like these people. I don't like this neighborhood. I'm gonna be honest with you because like
Yeah.
you know, I lived other neighborhoods, you know, and it was not like this. Like people weren't like people were like more educated or something like that, or like they were just nicer because, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. People call it poverty, but like sometimes I look at people like, and I'm like, but I have less money than them. Why am I not like them? You
Yeah.
know, like why do they do the things that they do and I would never do that? You know, it's just like
Yeah.
I don't want to say that again because like I just feel like ew, like I
Yeah,
don't
I think
know.
that there might be like a lot of ignorance when it comes to, um, to certain people. It seems like they don't really care as much. And I experienced a little bit of that in my building as well, where people are just throw stuff in. We have a garbage chute, and it's so messy in there. We have an actual garbage chute, and we have an actual. We go inside the room, and you have to throw the garbage inside the chute. But instead of people throwing it inside the chute, they leave it laying out, and it's so disgusting. And I think to myself, this is our building. Wouldn't you want to keep it clean? Wouldn't you want it to keep it, it's for all of us. But they
Ew,
just
my
don't
neighbors
think
do that
like
too,
I
but
do.
like I don't care about that because I feel like that's just
Yeah.
people. I'm like focusing on what's real is why do I have diarrhea? Like why do I feel like that? And why are we getting sick? You know, that's not fair.
Mhm.
That's like I think I know what's going on and I've told people and just nobody listens and I don't want to be like hold off somewhere because I'm screaming this isn't fair or you need to stop. I know what's going on or whatever,
Mhm.
you know, but I just don't know what to do to live better. Like I try, like last night, like he was sick too. It's hard to feed a
Mhm.
sick baby. You know, people like flavor in their food, and when what you eat, that's all right to eat. I'm not even gonna go so far as to say it's healthy because all right food is
Yeah.
healthy. You know, it's all right to have a piece of cake
Mhm.
once in a while. I like we got him carrots. Like he ate carrots and stuff. Like
Mhm.
sometimes like the apples like or the pears it was last time if I don't peel them there's something on their skin or whatever. I swear like he was urinating. It wasn't just me. He was urinating like 3 times as much as normal because I didn't peel the skin on the fruit, you know. It's creepy
Mhm.
stuff and creepy stuff that like if I was to like talk about it with someone without like being completely like what do you think is going on, like it would sound even creepier. Like you can make whatever you want of it and I'm just like again I'm just
Mhm.
scared. I'm holding on to my son but like I don't know like how long like people hold out like this because people either like you know because it's other people's aggressions towards me. It's not like you know mother nature like because you know people do get depressed about you know stuff like this and it's like
Yeah.
you know like can't we just get to the source of it, you know, because I could do a good job like being a fake person but who is that doing any good? Like are these people enjoying
Mhm.
themselves being so like you know vicious is the word, you know,
Mhm.
like that's just vicious. Like why is this lady standing there lying to me about my ERAP application?
Yeah.
It's vicious and also it looks immature and childish too. Like you know like a stand-up people they don't have to go roundabout. They don't have to be passive aggressive. Like I feel like that too. Like they go oh screw you, screw this, I'm somebody, you know what, I'm you know,
Yeah.
but all these people are like so nasty, so nasty, and I'm becoming like this
Mhm.
nasty person. I just this is stupid and obviously my little kid had nothing to do with any of this shit. Who likes me, who doesn't like me, my personality, whatever. He obviously had nothing to do with this, you know? And he obviously
Yeah.
loves me. I don't know who it's obvious to. It's obvious to a lot of people except me. I believe that. That he obviously loves me and he's attached to me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it seems like the only thing I know that you are a good mom, and I know for a fact that you love Patrick and Patrick loves you. Like I have no doubts about that, and I know that you are very good at advocating for your son, and you just want the best for yourself and for Patrick as well, because he shouldn't be in those conditions. You are. I agree with you.
I like it's like ridiculous. Like in my mind, like there's like this, like I'm holding myself back because to me I want to like rage on people and say this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why is my kid sick? You know? Why did they do this? Why do they play these games with the heating? Like I got even Dima who's like pfft, like I don't know where his mind is, honestly. And people like just like hold themselves back with him because they're happy that he's just functional, you know? But I even got him to admit that they're turning the heater on when it's hot. Not when it's colder, but when it's hotter, they turn the heater on. So we have to shut off the heater and open the window. I got him to admit that because I made a joke and he's like, you know what, Ilona, you're right. You know, because usually he just argues with whatever like solid rationality you propose to him. He'll just argue with it just because he needs attention. But this time he said, yeah, really, it's hot. Like, why should like my little kid have to deal with that? What the hell is like, you know, wrong with these people? And then I don't know who to point the finger at either, but you know, it's got to stop. And
Yeah.
I'm not making too much of this either, and you know it. I'm not making more of this than I should be. I'm not being sensitive. Whatever.
I agree with you. What I'll do is for next week, when I speak next week, I'm going to ask I'll probably email one of the care coordinators.
No, don't. I don't need it, okay? Because I don't think that's the program that I'm looking for, because I've heard of that.
No. I'm not. I didn't finish. I'm going to email them to see if they can provide me with any like services for maybe what you call it, like legal services or so.
It's all right, because I could 311. I could 311 and find that out. Because sometimes if you give those people an email or a phone number, like they won't leave you alone. You know?
Okay.
So I don't, you know, I don't want this.
Okay. All right. So that's all I can possibly offer. You know, that's available to me. But I know that you are pretty good at trying to advocate for yourself, and what care coordinators do is pretty much what you are already doing for yourself, more or less. You know, so. I do agree that it's probably, you probably won't necessarily need the services, being that you do pretty good at phoning 311 and advocating for yourself, because that's pretty much the same thing that they do.
The thing is that, like, I think they would have to do something that I have to do, and they're not going to do it for me. I think I have to catch these people, like, on tape or in writing, refusing to take my ERAP application number, you know, because I called ERAP and they told me they can't force them to take the check from them. They can't force them. But say they admitted to me that they have a whole bunch of people on the list for the same program, and they have their application numbers, and they're standing there just refusing to write mine down, because they could just write it down. You know?
Yeah.
And then later on down the line, they still claim that they didn't know what they were doing. You know, that's not going to work, you know, or they make up some other story. So I have to, you know, get like evidence of their negligence or their what's that called, prejudice. You know, so if I get evidence, at least in that way, you know, I'll have evidence of their prejudice, because it's really stupid because they're giving them a check. Like, if you're running NYCHA, I assume you're used to people being on welfare and whatnot in your buildings,
course,
and you're not,
exactly.
yeah, you're not going to take up a NYCHA building if you're prejudiced against people with, like, you know, because there's people with disabilities and whatnot. So, you know, like, I would have to get evidence that they're just like refusing to take my application, because they've done this in the past. I've gave them, it was only $300, so they couldn't kick me out over it, or they wouldn't, or whatever. I gave them my move-in fee and they gave me a receipt for it, but they never cashed it. Like, I don't, honestly, I think they're just
Crazy.
they're not crazy. Yeah, my kid just says crazy. They're not stupid. They don't look that stupid. I don't know. Maybe they are that stupid. I don't know what the difference is to me, whether they're stupid or they just, like, you know, they think they're smart. It's not gonna work if I get them, like, you know, to admit this on like tape or something, or I get like a witness, because I kept telling them I don't want them to take me to tenant court, because I mean, whatever, like, me focusing on this, it sounds like it's like the top priority of my worries, and not like direct things like what the hell am I eating that's making me sick, which is really like at the top of my list. But like, you know, I said this before, like, what the hell, I don't want to be homeless. You know, I don't care either. Sometimes people don't care, you know. Sometimes people that wouldn't even have it that bad, they don't care, but I really, like, I would have it really bad, and I wish, like, people would, like, understand that. I would have it really bad, like, if I let this apartment go,
Of course, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, especially, you know, with your child. Like, you know, like, it's, yeah, that's why I was thinking to myself, how come they are not accepting it, or they are having difficulties just getting everything done, or I don't think it should be a complicated process, and I don't understand why they wouldn't accept, why a NYCHA building wouldn't accept the HIROP voucher, or whatever the case might be. I feel like it should go hand in hand, but it seems like that's not the case with your building management, which to me makes absolutely no sense. Because if anything, someone who's living in NYCHA should, everyone that lives in NYCHA or who is having challenges with their rent should be accepted. So it's crazy to me. So, do they say if there's going to be any, do they say that they're going to follow up with you to give you like an update on anything?
They said I have to contact the central unit. I told them I was going to come back because I thought I needed a budget letter from them, which is like in writing. It says, not a budget letter, I'm sorry, I get those two confused. A household composition, which says like who lives in the apartment and, you know, how much rent they pay, or, you know, like, because HRA pays my rent, but they still have a household composition for that. But I didn't need it, so I didn't even call them back, because I called them, they put me on hold. It's like ridiculous. Like, it's just like, I should like, again, I should try to like tape these people, you know, because, but I don't even know, like, you know, this just drags on and on and on. It's just like, it's very like exhausting how like they how far people take it when they just don't like you or something sometimes too. I just wanted to
Yeah.
say that because there's a lot of stuff like that legally is like vague until you have something solid, and people won't look at
Yeah.
until you have something solid. And it's just like sometimes like I feel like this is like building up, you know, like why do they keep like doing it too? Like if it was just like this thing or that thing, I don't even know. Like my God, I don't know what to say about any of this. But they totally suck. Like they totally suck. Like if I caught them on tape when I went down there, because I was like on my money. Excuse me. I was like, well, what then? And this, like, I was giving them all sorts of logical questions, and they just retarded. Like they're just lying to me. Like you have to take my application number. I don't know what excuse they're gonna come up with because it's obvious to me anyway. I don't know what excuse they can come up with, but
Yeah.
this is since like last year March I had my ERAP open. You know, it's not
Yeah.
like, and they told me there's like a new wave of applicants or something. No. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. I feel like this, I don't even think about this all week. Honestly, when I start talking to you about it, I start thinking about it more. So you get more emotion out of me on that matter, because
Okay.
I think like about other things that are problems to me, because I feel like they suck so bad, like because like they don't want to, like the city doesn't want homeless people right now. So there's other programs, and like I don't think housing court's gonna kick me out either. I think, you know what, they're doing themselves in, like this not even like an issue. I'm just upset because my kid is sick and I don't even know what I could like talk about. I'm like a little wind up.
No, I understand. Because these are basic needs, you know? Like, housing is a basic need. So I understand why it's frustrating to discuss it, you know? It's like you're not getting your basic needs met. So, that's infuriating.
It's, you know, I'm just, you know. So I sound more normal. I'll talk about the housing.
No, I get it. I get why you feel the way that you feel. And I have a hard time understanding why they are giving you a hard time about the HEROP, you know, because I didn't think it would be this complicated. There's a reason why the government provided this program, because it was obvious that a lot of people were going to need help with their rent, and especially because of COVID and everything else like that. So I'm just having a hard time understanding them. Yeah, because you did everything that you had to do from your part. You did what you needed to do.
Yeah, I don't I don't understand them in the sense that, like, if you know you're gonna lose, why are you even doing this? Like, they must really, like, I don't know. It must be really personal then, you know? Because like, money, like, how are you gonna get money for this at this point? Like, are you serious? I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I feel like you did your part. I feel like you did your part and you did what you had to do as far as application and everything else like that. You have done your part. I feel as if they are the ones being negligent towards you, because I feel like you've been diligent about trying to get all of this thing going, trying to get all of this stuff processed, and this has been an ongoing issue. Like, if I remember you talking to me about this for maybe
I mean, you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's like that towards everyone. Like, okay, like one like mess up is like, all right, well, like in retrospect, people go, oh, it was some like somebody didn't understand something or whatever, some mistake, you know, miscommunication, you know, one mess up, two mess up, I guess it could be a miscommunication. But the longer this keeps going, is it a miscommunication? I mean, the thing is, they're just like everybody. They're trying to like draw on all my positivity, and you know, that's even like accompanied by the way people like, you know, with the he said she said, like if you're you know, like if you're behaving like demanding of your rights or whatnot, then you must not be sick or something. You have to show like remorse for your being, you know, because your physicality is failing you or something like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
you know, like because people get like that. Yeah, like people, you know, once you really beat them down, they start begging, you know. But you know, some people don't. Some people have been beat up, beat down so hard so many times that they just don't give up on their core. And you know, what's going to happen is eventually the authorities will step in. The ones that don't really know this person personally, the ones that don't really judge people on their personalities, and they're gonna say, excuse me, what the hell, you know. And that's all I had to say today. I don't know, like, because I'm speaking like so vaguely, you know. It's just all this garbage is like not only frustrating emotionally, it's really like my kid is sick. Like he's got like a mark under his nose from the boogers, and he's just like me. Like people think like he's not that sick because he's cute and he's still talking and like you know, hugging his toys and whatever and being fun. But he's like sick every other week. And I understand that other kids, they go out to school and they could pick up a virus, but this is also a threat to us. The fact that, like, you know what, we're getting sick or whatever, and if we were to be homeless again, you know, not in our situation, I don't have sympathy for these people. Not in my situation. I feel like they don't have sympathy for me. I think people are trying to excuse their behavior more than they're trying to help me, and I just don't care anymore, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, have we been on the phone for like a long time?
Yeah, we have. But I was just letting you talk because I understand that this is very frustrating for you. Yeah. It's very frustrating. So, yes. So, I'll definitely follow up with you next week then, Ilona.
Okay, take care.
All right.
Do what you gotta do.
All right,
I'm gonna
bye-bye.
do what I gotta do.